Hello everybody, Average Gamer here. Welcome to another episode of Supreme Ruler Ultimate, the Canadian... Wow, Supreme Ruler Ultimate, eh? Superpower 2, the Canadian campaign. In the last episode, we've been tweaking our budget as we've been playing, and we've also been designing our units, so we're going to continue on. So the last thing we designed was our attack aircraft, which was the Avro Arrow. Next thing we're going to design is our bombers. We're going to design a bomber. You can design so many things in this game. It's very, very awesome. This is going to be the CB-01. It's going to have awesome range, precision, damage, payload for its missiles, lots of speed, stealth, good for countermeasures, good for armor, and good for its sensors. Now, these things can actually cause you to go bust. Now, if you look, it costs $2.4 billion per aircraft. We don't even make that much money. Like, we don't even have that much money. So, these things, to be honest with you, I would build one, or wouldn't actually build them. I'm going to paint these black, actually. Except the fact that, oh my god, did I just give it no? Okay. The only catch-22 is that they cost so much money that you need to be making a lot of money, and they almost become almost useless, to be honest with you. Alright, so the next thing we're going to design is patrol craft. I think. Yeah, it's a coastal defense. So for the Canadian Forces, we have our patrol craft. It's called the Kingston. Actually, I think that's a copy of it right there. Oh, no, that's it right there. So it's a little different at the back. I was hoping they had a Kingston one. Come on, you're a Canadian company, for God's sakes. Basically, it looks like this, except here it's got these two big... These things here are kind of almost this height. And they come back, and then the ship just kind of ends. Yeah, it's kind of a mixture of that. And, well, not that. It's a horrible... Yeah, we'll go with that. And I'm going to spell Kingston wrong. Kingston PC. There's no blue. You can't paint these things anyways, so we're good there. We're going to give it maxed out stats. The Navy in this game is, in my eyes, is a bit of a letdown. Basically, what I'll do is I'll put my entire Navy in one spot, and the enemy just comes right for them. So, okay, so we're going to go to the next one. Well, actually, let's look at the next design we have. Patrol craft. We have corvettes. We do not have any corvettes. I really don't need corvettes. Halifax. You really don't need upgrades yet. Destroyer. The Iroquois class, yeah, you really don't need them yet either. One thing with ships, I always try to hold off. We have no attack submarines though, so we're gonna build one. Attack submarine. We're not gonna go ballistic yet because we don't have the ability to, do anything. I want to get there. We go, Los Angeles class. We're gonna go with. We're gonna name it. The Winnipeg. I can't paint those on. Boom. And close that out. So now, what we're going to do is now we're going to do the building part. So one of the reasons why I've been spending so much money on infrastructure right from the beginning, the more money and the better your infrastructure is, the faster your actual military will build stuff. I'm actually going to... I want to get rid of this deficit down here a little bit. I'm going to cut our research temporarily and let the amount of money that we have available to us go away. Then we can build. And we don't have any weapon arrangements with any other country around us yet, so... We can... Oh! NATO dissolved, apparently. Thanks for sending me an email on that, guys. How? Wow, okay, I really wasn't expecting that. Well, on the bright side, we're making money again, so we're gonna up that back up. Interesting. Okay, I wasn't expecting us to be in a situation like that. One thing you can always do as Russia is brick NATO up really easily. One of the good things about this game is the international treaty system. One of the bad things about this game is the international treaty system. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's just one of those games. We're going to up our research just a scooch more. Our GDP is now 31,000. We're only at 34% interest, or tax rate, which is good. We're going to start our building. So the way to build things is multiple ways. One, you can click here if you have another country's, like you can actually get contracts from companies. Like we could probably do this with quick treaty. I think it's quick treaty, weapons trade. Confirm. Oh, jerk face. Okay. Let's go to... okay, I'm feeling nervous all of a sudden now. Alright, so... people aren't happy with this. Why? Oh! Because I was spending money on propaganda earlier. And I made all the law changes as well. So I was kicked out of NATO. I forgot about that. I usually go with the Empire map, just a lot easier. So what I'm probably gonna want to do is go to war with Denmark early, and I want to take Greenland. I want to get the chance. I think there's only the one. No, it's 3 regions. This one, okay. Yeah, I know they refused. Okay. But in the meantime, let's get some. Let's get our build on, shall we? So first up, infantry units. I'm gonna pause here. So you can build, I think, depending on how well your infrastructure is, you can build multiple at once. So usually, what I'll do is to test out my construction. I'll do multiple ones like this and just see. Wow, that's so this isn't how much is building, this is just how much are being active. Oh my god, wow, we actually can build a lot. We're at 59.3% capacity right now. I'm actually impressed at the amount we can actually build. Alright, so what I want to do that's 50,000. I want to do 50,000 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Flying vehicles, coyotes, 5,000. Air defense at -2s. I just want 2,700. You mobile launchers. 2,000 will be fine there. Tanks. 4,000 will be good, please. Then artillery guns. 5,200. And we turn it on and let's see how much money we're in the hole for. Actually, it's not bad. 88 trillion. And there we go. So the current situation as is, we can only build 5 things at once. So usually what I'll do now is I'll go, okay, so I will cancel that. Cancel that. Cancel that. Cancel that. And cancel that. And what will happen is, as time progresses, the more money goes into your infrastructure. Basically, the less of the capacity that these take over. And over time, you can build a massive, massive military. One of the things I usually do too is try to get weapon deals with other countries and buy their most advanced weapons. And I never deploy my advanced weapons. Because some countries kind of go nuclear. A couple of things you can do. Number one, it'll tell you can change the priority of it. So when you build certain things, certain other things will take priority over others. You can also say if you want to build it fast or normal, you'll notice the speed. The price almost doubles if you want to build it faster. And it even tells you it's going to take 1,055 days to build 5,200 BA-01 artillery guns. If you go fast, it'll take 535 days. Now, that doesn't mean it'll take 535 days to get all of them. You're actually getting them right from the beginning. So we're actually getting about 1 tank a day, about 2 Chinooks a day, 2 or 3 ADAS 2s a day, a couple Coyotes a day, and we're getting about 200 personnel a day. So it's not like a set number, which in my eyes is something I really like, where they kind of have it set up so that you're not locked in. You can build multiple different things in multiple levels. So yeah, really good. We're almost actually done our 50,000 batch of infantry units. I don't think. Oh, come on. How are your relations with the U.S.? Okay. So they're actually on good terms with the U.S. right now. What's pretty much one of my only worries is actually the U.S. We're going to click and drag this fleet over to the Pacific. That one as well. Sorry, from the Pacific over to the Atlantic. I'm going to order everybody else. Yes, I know. We're going to tell all 3 of our fleets to merge together. I'm going to tell you to merge, and I'm going to tell you to move there just to see. Perfect. I want you to occupy my own territory, please. Thank you. And we're making a nice little bit of change now. 4.3 billion. So one thing I have to admit about this game is it is way too easy to make money in this game. As long as you put a lot of money into tourism and telecom, you're laughing. If you play certain countries, it's a lot easier than others, obviously, because they have more stuff to pull from. But what is this? Unit and naval units. Yeah, okay. And if you look here, it actually tells you also what rank you are in the world, just in numbers. So right now we're 24th when it comes to actual infantry. When it comes to the land units, we're 3rd in the world. When it comes to air power, we're 7th. Then when it comes to naval power, we're 20th. So when it comes to the land units, that's like artillery pieces, tanks, infantry fighting vehicles, anti-air, missile launchers, all that stuff. We're 3rd. That's both good and bad. I usually try to be at least number 1 in all 4. Now, one thing the game does do, and I have to find out what country it is, but there will be a country that's going to counter our moves. One thing that's good about the EHE system, or the basically the AI system in this game, is that it learns as you play. It actually learns from you, and will actually make changes and modifications to its own plans. And it's a bit of a pain in the ass. So it's almost, I wouldn't say it's watching you, but it pays attention to you very, very well. How's our research doing? I didn't really prioritize anything. I'm going to prioritize our ground a little bit more. See where our building is going. So our infantry units are done. Or sorry, our infantry itself is done. We've got about almost 900 days until our Coyote infantry fighting vehicles are going to be done. So one thing I'll do is I'll put everything on medium. That's not infantry. Then what I'll do is I'll be building something. I'll be like, you know what? I need more infantry. I need another 50,000 infantry. Or I need another 500,000 infantry. It's like, okay, so I'm going to go through two things real quick of 500,000 of infantry. Throw out two of them real quick and, you know, and start laughing. In this case, we don't need that much. I am going to build one thing of 500,000 though. One thing you always got to remember, obviously, is how much money this is going to cost you. I'm going to cut healthcare. Actually, I'm going to cut both of those. Just temporarily until I can cut a big chunk of our debt out of the way. You'll also notice that our ADAS 2s and our C1s have been bumped out. We're only on 4 right now. It's because of some of the cuts I've made over here. It affects your overall ability to produce as well. And actually, what I'm going to do, equal foreign aid, healthcare and education. We'll just leave it at that for now. One of the best parts about this game is it takes a while. It's not a game that's build up, invade, fight everybody, and you're done. It's a constant build up, a constant play, a constant, I don't want to say grind, but constantly modifying, checking, trying things, doing things, trying to get people to, you know, to befriend you. I still haven't even gotten to our Air Force yet, or Naval Force, or even Strategic Forces, which we'll start building those in a little bit as well. Once our land and our soldiers are pretty high up there, for soldiers I usually go for top 5 at the beginning of the game, and then land I try for number 1. And once it's done, I just cancel everything out automatically, and then I just kind of sit back, build up my Air Force until my Air Force is number 1, build up my Navy until my Navy is number 1, and then I sit back and research a lot. I'll fight the odd war here and there, if there is one. Speaking of which, covert actions. We're gonna train these guys even more here. What we'll do too is if there's ever actually any wars going on, we'll basically just support whoever's going to war. War list, yeah, no one's at war right now. So say the U.S. goes to war with Iraq, or you know, North Korea or China or something. We'll go to war on the American side and invade whatever country it is that they're going to war with, and basically take whatever we want from that country. One plan I do have, I'm sorry to tell you, any Americans watching this video right now, I am going to try and take the eastern seaboard of the United States. I'm going to take multiple passes at the U.S., but plan number 1 is to take the eastern seaboard, so pretty much from the Mississippi right here, east is what I want to take, is what I'm going to take. If I can. My plan is to go east first, and then with that, I'm going to jump into the Caribbean and kind of work my way down the Caribbean a little bit. I'll probably take Alaska at the same time as I take the eastern United States. I'll probably take Alaska, maybe try to hop across the Bering Sea here and start taking parts of Siberia. As this game, even though it does have a really good economic system and all that stuff, in the end, to be 100% honest with you, It's all about fighting wars. So, missile defense or strategic forces. We don't have either of those yet. But, it's time. It's that time again. So until next time, see you guys. Bye-bye. Wrong button.